Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the first virtual Lyman Academy graduation. My name is Lan Jenisek. I'm a training manager here with TEACS ITSE, Texas A&M Engineering Extension Service, Infrastructure Training and Safety Institute. We're here today practicing some social distancing and making sure that we're keeping everybody safe for the graduation, and want to welcome everybody to the stream. Everybody out there, we appreciate you being here. All you parents and families and other folks out there that are here, we welcome you and hope you enjoy and appreciate the group of guys that we're going to celebrate a little bit today. I wanted to kick off first thing and thank the focus groups and some of the hiring utilities that have helped us along the way. This is the fifth session that we've completed here. We've already started the sixth, and just want to shout out to some of these utilities, and there's a little bit of a list, so bear with me. But as far as the cities that have picked up and contributed to the Lyman Academy, either through development, coming down and doing some recruiting, that kind of thing, I'd like to thank the City of Giddings. I'd like to thank College Station Utilities, Bryan, Texas Utilities, City of San Marcos, New Braunfels Utilities, City of Georgetown, City of Weatherford, Austin Energy, and Garland Power and Light. I would also like to thank some of the cooperatives that contribute to the Lyman Academy as well. We have Bandera Electric Co-op, we have Bluebonnet, we have Pedernales, we have Bartlett, we have Mid-South Synergy, we have United Cooperative Services, Guadalupe Valley Electric Cooperative, and a special shout out to Laria in Louisiana, and that consists of Slemco, Point Coupee, and Concordia. We also have investor-owned utilities that participate, and I'd like to give a shout out to CenterPoint Energy. We'd like to thank also Entergy, and also Encore, who has been talking with us about the program as well. As far as contractors that have contributed and participated with us, we have Northeastern Pole Line, we have Line Tech, and we've also had Pike participate with us as well. The last two on the list are the IBEW Local 66 out of Houston and IBEW Local 2286 out of Beaumont. I'd like to really thank these contributing utilities, because if we don't have that, we don't have a program at all. So we want to thank all of these folks. I also want to thank the TEACS staff. It takes a large team of people to make all of this stuff work. I want to thank especially the admin group for TEACS, definitely the curriculum group for TEACS, because without that material we can't function. Customer care for working with us to get everybody registered and keep track of all the documentation, and especially our marketing team, who's responsible for us being right here, right now. Also want to reach out to the transportation group for TEACS for contributing to the CDL program and the equipment operation portion of the academy. We also would like to thank TEACS VA Services. We have some vets here that are graduating today. I'd like to thank Mark Posada and Carissa Elk, along with Stephen Robinson. Now, I also want to thank the utilities program. This consists of the folks that instruct on a daily basis with all of these guys, and there's just years and years of knowledge in this group. And man, my team of instructors, I can't thank them enough for everything that they do for each other and for everybody else here. I'd like to give a shout out to Bill Long out there somewhere. Hope you're healing up good. I also want to thank Christy Van Winkle. She is our admin, and she's the one that keeps all of the guys in line. I'd also like to thank my instructors. When I call your name, if you guys could come up here and maintain 6-foot separation, please. Kevin Moore, training coordinator with the utilities program. Gail Flowers. Philip Mullen. Jeff Holt is not here with us today, but I do have Shelton Gilmore here. I would also like to thank a couple retirees that started this stuff a long time ago. The original idea was coming from Mr. Jack Lemon out there. He's retired. And special thanks to Craig Roberts for curriculum development. So if you guys would give these fellows a round of applause. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. We appreciate it. The next group of people that I would like to thank and reach out to is the families of these gentlemen that are here. They've been through a lot. Ron's going to address that here in just a minute, but the families and friends and people that have helped you guys along to get you to the point where you are right now and then step on forward from this. I need a big round of applause for the families that aren't here with us. Now, when we built this program, we wanted to exemplify excellence in the program. And so we built the program off of the premise of our STARS program that applies to TEKS employees themselves. The STARS is an acronym. The first S, it isn't the only, the first S is safety. Without incident, we have managed to have this class come through and develop their skills and abilities and get ready to step out into the world. We haven't had any incidents. We've been following all the rules, and thank you guys for working with us there. The T in STARS is teamwork. Obviously, you guys are going to step out. You're going to be working with other crews. You will not be able to do your job without other people. So we all are members of the team, and you are part of the TEKS team now as well. Adaptability, I can't even say enough about that with everything that's happened. So always remaining flexible and making sure that we rise to that level that we need to be is extremely important. Respect, obviously, that one is very high on the list in the STARS group, and then stewardship. How do we carry our business? How do we conduct ourselves? How do we represent our family, ourselves, our instructors that have given us what we've got throughout this it's a little longer than 15 weeks now, hasn't it been? So with that, I would like to go ahead and introduce our marketing team's video production and show you guys a little bit about what we've experienced while we've been here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Before I start the next section, what I would like to do is give a shout out to a couple gentlemen who were not able to complete the academy with us this go around. We have worked with them for future plans to bring them in and have them finish up the academy. So I wanted to give a shout out to the guys who couldn't be here with us today. Mr. Smith and Mr. Hernandez, and just wanted to give a special shout out to Luis and tell him congratulations on the birth of your daughter. So with that, I would like to introduce Ron Petty. He is the director of Teeks ITSE.
Howdy. I too would like to welcome y'all to the graduation for our 5th Lineman Academy. You know, Teeks have been providing electric powertrain since 1948. We've been doing it for a while. But we had not had a Lineman Academy until a couple of years ago. We talked about it a lot. I heard a lot of conversation about it. And finally, we're like, let's just do this. And our first class kicked off, I believe it was May. It was in 2018 in conjunction with Lineman Appreciation Day. And y'all are 5th class since then. And I got to tell you, y'all are a special class. Class 6, I'll tell you, you're special too. But y'all are really special. Started on January 27th. Notice in the picture, there's a lot of coats and hoodies and things. Can y'all even remember the cold days? It's kind of warmed up since then. Started on January 27th. We're going to graduate May 14th. Simple little old 15-week program. And then on March 19th, COVID-19 came to town and shut us down. And we're scrambling, trying to figure out what are we going to do. We got to get these guys through this. They've got families, they got jobs. And by March 31st, we came back up with the live online instructor-led training. Nobody in Teeks had ever done live online instructor-led training. We never even thought about doing it. In that short period of time, we did it, and we did it across all of our programs, but y'all helped us perfect it. We learned everything with y'all on how to do it. And our other instructors were able to join in and watch and see how you do this live online thing, and it turned out really well. So thank y'all very much for being our guinea pigs. You may not have volunteered for it, but that's what it turned out to be, and y'all did fantastic. And then we finished that up, I guess, in May. All the face-to-face was done, and we had to wait a little bit before we could come back. And our agency director, David Coaten, he granted an exception to bring y'all in on June 1st. The rest of our face-to-face training didn't start until this week, until June 15th. But he recognized that y'all really need to, be able to get on. So here we are, basically graduating about a month late. In your overall career, that's nothing. That's nothing. But I know it's really frustrating at the start of your career to get held up by a month. And so I want to just, I really appreciate your adaptability and the perseverance y'all went through to get here, and you're to be commended for that. I'm also very proud of our team of instructors for what they do, for what they provide you, and for getting you to this point. So it is a total team effort, and like Lynn's already pointed out, Kevin was talking about before we started, you're part of the family now. That's how Teeks views things. We're very family oriented, and you have become part of us, and we really appreciate that. Now, for those that want to join with me, I was going to say an opening prayer for us. Heavenly Father, thank you for these young men. Thank you for the talent you've given them, the skills, the ability, the drive to serve others. Really appreciate that. I just pray with them that you be with them as they start their career. Pray you always be with them, watch over them, grant them grace and mercy, and protect them from harm. And I just pray that you'll prosper them in all that they do. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And then one other thing I just thought of, our veterans. Those of you that are veterans, would you please stand? Let's give them a round of applause. Thank y'all very much. None of us would be here doing what we're doing if it wasn't for the veterans that give us that opportunity. So thank y'all very much.
All right, at this point, I guess I would like to ask Stanley Click to please come up. Virtual handshake. Proud of you. Evan Granillo. I need to interrupt this for just a second. I need a round of applause for Stanley. Now I need a round of applause for Kevin. Next up, Rope Irwin. There we go. James Johnson. And Josh LeDuc. You bet, man. Rafael Malona. Ryan Pate. Daniel Ramirez. Jesse Rodriguez III. Jared Staub. And Jaron Vasquez. All right, close to the end here. Man, this is a happy day for me and the rest of our instructors and the whole team here at TEACS. You guys are carrying a lot of stuff out there forward with you. You started developing your reputation in the line work business while you were here and going through and talking to these other utilities. And now, after today, you get out there, your reputation has already started, and it's up to you to carry it forward and represent TEACS proud. We really appreciate the flexibility that you guys demonstrated, and man, I don't know what to say. I'm just saying, man, I'm really proud of you guys. I'm excited for you. It's a really good time in your life, and you're part of the TEACS family now. Make us proud.
right, so as we're closing out here, I had a couple of thoughts I wanted to share with you. Something that I wish somebody would share with me early in my career is own your mistakes. I grew up in a household where perfection was almost good enough, but not quite. And so, you never wanted to admit that you did something wrong because you didn't want to disappoint anybody. And so I brought that into my work life. Well, guess what? We all make mistakes. The only person that doesn't make a mistake is that person that never does anything. And nobody wants an employee like that. I don't want one to have to tell what to do every day. And you're not judged by your mistake. You're judged by how you deal with it and how you handle it and how you correct it and that you don't make that mistake again. So, I have a lot of respect for anybody that will stand up and say, hey, that was my fault, I got it, and fix it and move on. So remember that as you move forward, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen out there. But just own them and keep that integrity in place. Don't try to hide it, because then you'll go far, because people recognize that and they appreciate the integrity. On the back of your diploma, you'll find when you pick them back up, there's a coin, a TEACS Challenge coin that is attached to the back of it, taped to the back of it, and it looks like this. It's for the Alignment Academy. Challenge coins, I've heard a lot of different stories on where they came from. They've come through the military, and then they entered public sector, public service. But the one that resonates with me the most, the story behind it, is that back in the day, when you had the Knights of the Round Table, you had knights and you had kingdoms. The king could not always pay his military personnel, but they all got a token, and that token, what it was worth to them was it gave them free passage through the land, so that everybody would know that they served the king, and it would also give them room and shelter from the citizens that they were going through. So that's what is where they emanated from. Again, they've moved through today. And so what it means to me, what's this coin worth? Well, you can't go get a mocha cup of Grande whatever coffee with it. They won't accept it. You can't go get a soft drink. You can't go buy a Big Mac. But what it means to me is it means I'm part of something. I'm part of something bigger than me. I'm part of something that's important. I represent them. And that's what the TEACS coins mean to me. And I've always got one with me. I can be out in the pasture shredding or whatever, but it's in my pocket because it reminds me I'm part of something bigger, and that I've got folks that care about me and people that have invested in me. And so that's kind of the value of the coin. I hope you'll keep yours with you, because you really are. You're part of our family now. You've started your careers. You've made relationships here that I hope that you keep as you go forward. Because it's great to have valuable relationships out there. Now, so far we've been celebrating you, and rightfully so. What y'all have done, what you've persevered, what you've gone through to get here is incredible. But I also always like to recognize the families. And so for the families out there, I apologize that you can't be here. I have two daughters, and I've been fortunate. I've been able to be at every major event in their life, because that's what parents want to do, because we're proud of our kids. And there's nothing that makes you prouder than to see your child, regardless of their age, accomplish something. So I'm really sorry, family, that you can't be here. But you owe a debt of gratitude to them, because we are all results of the people in our lives, those that were our parents, that raised us, that cared for us, that taught us. They're the first ones to teach us anything. Our siblings, our friends. Now these gentlemen here have fed into your life. They've come alongside you to get you to this point, and so that's really important. And so I always have our graduates stand and turn to their families and thank them, give them a round of applause. We can't really do that today, but we can give them a round of applause virtually for all your friends and families that are watching and have gotten here. So let's give them a round of applause. And that pretty much wraps it up, but I do want to thank you for allowing us to prepare you for your new career. It's something that's very special to us, and we appreciate you allowing us to do that. Again, you represent TEACS, so make us proud. Remember that. You're not just an individual anymore, you're part of this. And I know y'all do well. I know all of our graduates have done well. We've got a really good program here, good instructors that have fed into you. And I just want to wish you best as you begin the journey. So So thank y'all.